Hello.
Hello, there was some, I think, network
Hello.
issue. Hello, I'm there. I'm there.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah. Now you are audible. Okay, let's start.
Yeah. Hello, good evening, and welcome to the webinar, the international webinar of Institute of Global Professional IGP. So I would cordially like to invite all of you and please stay with us till the end because we have a lot of information, lot of ideas, and a new topic coming forward to you soon. So before we start, let me introduce myself. This is Rahul Sengupta, your host for the evening. I'm a speaker by profession and I'm from India. Today, we have three eminent speakers. We have three eminent speakers on the stage coming one by one. But before that, I would like all of you to enjoy the whole program. Stay with us till the end of the program because we have a lot of things to offer for you. Now, before we begin, let me introduce you about IJP. We have a lot of new people who are joining us. So let me give you a small idea about what IJP is doing. So Institute of Global Professionals is a global body, and I'm very privileged and honored to be hosting their program today in this evening. IJP is globally known for its training and speaking and coaching services. They are nationwide and they are globally present. So we enter into this program of IGP only through education, only through the educational qualifications, everything doesn't complete. We need to coach ourselves, we need to train ourselves, we need to learn a lot of things apart from education. Then only we can reach a goal where we are wanting to. So once we start a program, my all my out here, I would request all of you to comment in the comment box. You please try to tag and share the whole program, the webinar with your friends. This is a free international webinar, and I would request all of you to share this as much as possible throughout the session, and please stay back with us till the end. Before we move into, I would like to tell you that we have already completed 103 episodes of this webinar, and today is the 104th episode will be running, where the topic is sustainability at work, where we will have three eminent speakers joining us. So let me just tell you a little bit about them. We have Samreen Naz ma'am from Pakistan. And let me just tell you about her. She's an amazing lady. She's a public speaker. She's a coach as well. And she's a teacher. After Samreen Naz completes, we have Mr. Sai Krishna. And Mr. Sai Krishna, I would just tell Sai Krishna would be, I would tell his full name, PVNS Sai Krishna. And Mr. PVNS Sai Krishna is our second speaker. He is a public speaker, coach, and he is a psychologist at the same time. And then we have our third speaker, ma'am Neha Pant Tiwari, and then she will be taking over the third part of the session, and she will also enrich your knowledge. So stay back with us. After completing the whole session of the three eminent speakers with us, we will have a quiz round. Please stay back with the quiz round. And after we complete with the quiz round, we will have a Q&A, that's a question and answer session where you can ask questions through the comment box, and we will pass on the question to the respective speakers and they will handle your questions. And don't forget to share, comment, and tag your friends during the session. One more thing I would like to say you before we hand over the session to Ma'am Nas, that will be issuing the e-certificates. Whoever stays with the program, at the end we will share the link for the participation certificates, and those will be issued of cost again. So there's nothing. It's called free. Investment of time, the investment of energy is very much required. So I request all of you to stay back with us, stay till the end, so that we can listen to every eminent speakers who are with us today evening. Over to you, ma'am. ma'am, over to you. You can take up. Samreen Naz, ma'am, are you
Assalamualaikum. Good
there?
morning. A very good day to all of you who is watching me right now from the platform of Institute of Global Professionals. This is Samreen from Pakistan. I am the founder of Let's Educate.
Samreen
I am a successful
Naz.
facilitator and an education guru. And yes, I often act as a public speaker as well. So people, this video is a small introduction of mine. What do I do? Where do I belong from? So as I mentioned, I am from Pakistan. And what do? I train people. I make them realize that learning is an ongoing process and it should keep on happening wherever you are and whatever you are doing. I am an MPA in Human Resource Management. I did my MPA 10 years back, and since then, I have been working in the capacities of education and in the capacity of management as well, obviously in the educational sector. Um, I would really like to talk about Let's Educate, that why did I start that, or why did I opt this profession where I want to train people, where I want to facilitate learning. As you people would agree with me, there are so many times we see young people coming from universities, joining the professional organizations, but still we see there is a gap. Even we personally have been through this time when we have joined any organization, any institute, and we realize that what we learn in our books, what we learn in our universities is not enough. So this is what my mission is, this is what my aim is, that I really want to make trainings accessible. I really want to make training available to all those people who are eager to learn, who want to keep on learning. And here I would really like to congratulate Institute of Global Professionals, the way they are working in spreading knowledge throughout the Thank you so very much, Mr. Rahul, for your such a nice introduction. Okay, I hope that I'm audible to everyone. Very well. So,
Okay, we
a
are.
very good day, a very good morning to everyone, the people who are watching me from the platform of Institute of Global Professionals. And yes, I am here and I will be talking about something that is very, very important for every one of us, and especially for the professionals who are in the field, who are going to be in the field. So, I will be talking about workplace ethics. You have already heard my introduction, so I don't need to repeat it. I will just give me a few seconds to bring the slides and then we will begin. Please let me know if my you can see the slides or not. Okay, so are my slides there? I hope you people are able to see the slides. Can somebody please tell me, Mr. Rahul?
Yes, ma'am, we can. We can see the slides. Please continue.
Very well, very well. Since I have a limited time and we have to cover this webinar, we are having fellow speakers as well. Since my topic is about workplace ethics, there is one thing that I would really like to share with all the viewers. Uh, I came in this profession, I came in this profession of training and facilitation with a very strong feeling that we do have so many training institutes, we do have so many platforms which are providing us training on different areas. The very basic thing that is lacking from the learner's point of view is the implementation. And I strongly believe that even if you are going to learn 2 to 3 things from one webinar instead of hundreds of things and having a huge booklet with yourself, but at the end of the day, if you are not implementing it, at the end of the day, if you're not working on that thing, so that bulk of knowledge, that bulk of learning and training is totally wasted. So basically, what I do in my sessions, in my webinars, I strongly focus on those points which I believe could be very, very basic, which you may feel that this is something very common sense, but if you are going to use it, if you are going to implement it, if you are going to integrate it into your values, into your professionalism, this is actually going to give you a huge result and positive results as well. I have been in this field for the past 10 years, so whatever I'm gonna do, whatever I'm gonna share in the next 30 minutes, that is all based on my experience, and I would love to know your opinion as well. So all those viewers who are watching me, all those viewers who are attending the webinar, keep putting your input as well through the comments. Now, starting with the workplace ethics, um, this session will be focusing especially those people who are going to join the professional life, or who are the new ones who don't know the rules of the games, but they want to learn, they want to go ahead. And for them, the professional life is not just a span of 2 years or 3 years. They actually want to make it a part of their life. They really want to become thorough professionals. So this is what I'm going to focus. Now, when we talk about workplace ethics, or when we talk about ethical values, we all have our values, we all have our morals and different things. But once we are in an organization, once you are in a professional setting, there are so many times that certain things, certain policies get contradicted with your values, or you are not able to function the way you want to. So basically, I divide ethical values into three different categories, which you can see: intrapersonal, interpersonal, and group. Now, why I have divided them? Because so many times it happens that your different roles, when you are in an organization, you are an individual, you are a team member, you are a team leader, and you are someone who is playing a part in an overall organization as well. So you are actually playing different roles. No matter you have one designation, you have one professional cap, but even then, within that professional cap, you have multiple roles to play. And sometimes it happens that your multiple roles, or the things that you want to do in those roles, they get contradicted as well. So let's talk about those ethical values. I will start from the backwards. Very first thing, when you are a group member, um, so many time it happens that you are working in a group, you are working in a team, and you don't get the good vibes. Has it happened to you? You are forced to work with such team members, you are forced to work with such colleagues you don't like, but even then you have to work with them. So when temporary you are in that group, you are working on a project, you are having a meeting or anything which is for temporary basis, um, even there are certain values that we need to practice. And usually those people who are new ones in the field, they believe that why do they have to follow something which they don't like? Because we all are coming up with our own experiences, we all are coming with our own values, with our own likes and dislikes. And the younger people, the younger professional, they are usually more, I should say, emotional. They don't want to change their personalities, they don't want to change their likes and dislikes, but there sometimes you have to. Why? Because when you are in a group, you need to practice certain values which could be against your personal likes and dislikes. Now, do let me know in the comments, has it ever happened to you that you are in a group doing something, not liking it, but still doing it? Now, a very common example, there are some people who don't like to eat with a group, who don't like to eat or have meals when they are in a public setting. They want a quiet corner, they want to sit all alone, and then they want to enjoy their meals. But
When you are a professional, when you are working with a team, when you are in a group, you have to make sure that you are going with everyone. So this is a very one example, a very small example, but here we need to realize that as professionals, this comes in ethics that no matter you don't like something, if it can be modified, if it can be adjusted, or if it is going to give a negative impression to the other team members, avoid doing it. Now, another thing, or the another ethical values that we follow or that we have when we are in an interpersonal relationship between the two people, between the two groups, and this is something team leaders can use it very effectively, because team leaders are the leaders. They are the ones who are the role models. They are the ones who are setting examples for their teams, and not only for their teams, for the other team members in the organization as well. So interpersonal ethical values are way too important, because this is something which you can use as a tool. If you have never been a team leader, if you have never been into a leading position, and you will be sometime in the future, so do remember that as a team leader, you have this tool in your hand which you can use. What you can do, what you can teach to others, all those values, all those ethical or even unethical values. Whatever you are doing in the organization, whatever you are doing with your team members, that is being observed, and that might be used as an example in the future. Your colleague might be coming, now I am doing this. You dress up like this, I am also dressing up like this. It may happen, and it might have happened with you as well. So the purpose of discussing this point over here is that when we are in an interpersonal role, when we are interacting with others, and we have to, in the organizations, in the professional life, we have to, so you can use your values to model certain behaviors. You might not be that person in your personal life, but you really want to be like that in your professional life. So even for your own practice, you can use that. You can model certain behaviors, you can model certain characteristics, and eventually you will develop that thing in yourself as well. Then we can also use our ethical values. We can also use our morals, which are very important, and they are not written anywhere. We might have studied them in school lives, in university lives, but when we come into professional life, morals and ethics are not written anywhere, but they are always valued. So very importantly, what you can do, you can use those values to correct someone. If you see your colleague not coming in time, you are seeing your colleague not taking the instructions very seriously, so what you can do, two ways. You can go to them, tell them very strictly that this is you are doing, and this should not be happening. Or you can be a leader who will lead with example. Come on time, show them with the example. Take the instructions seriously and tell them that no, if this deadline has been given to us, we need to follow that thing. So if as a team leader, if as a role model, you are going to do this, believe me, your organization, your fellow colleagues will also follow that thing. Then we have certain values, we have certain ethical values that we follow only for myself, only for ourselves, by ourselves. We don't want anyone to see, whether the boss is watching, the head is watching, the colleague is watching. You are not concerned with that thing. But you are concerned that this is something my core values, and I need to follow them. And these things are being observed by people. They will tell you at some point of the time that, see, you did that thing, I really liked it. Or if you act against something, if you act against your normal routine, so they will ask you, what happened, why are you doing this, why are you acting like this? So everything that you do as a professional in your professional life, it is observed. So make sure that you are giving people something good to observe. Now, I would really like you people to answer this thing. What is the most difficult part of workplace ethics? If you can, write in the comments and let me know. What do you think? Workplace ethics could be something very, very tricky because, again, as I said, it is not written, right? These are not the policies. I am not talking about the workplace policies. I'm not talking about the workplace rules, but I am talking about workplace ethics, the values, the culture, the morals that are followed. So do let me know what is that. What do you think? What I think is this: the unsaid rules in your professional life. The unsaid rules, the rules which are not written, the things which are not anywhere in black and white. You might be told about the dressing code, you might be told about the punctuality, about the regularity, you might be having the service rules, but still there are some things, there are few things, or it could be many things that are there, that are present, that are unsaid. And those unsaid rules could be very, very troublesome or could be very, very helpful if you have put an effort in knowing that what are those unsaid rules. Now, all those people who are in the professional life, take yourself back to your initial years. All those people who are in the initial years, just take a moment and think about it. What were those unsaid rules that you did not know? And then you might have been, you might were bullied on that, you might were told that this is your fault without realizing that you did not know that thing. So this is something I just wanted to discuss, that when we are in any organization as professionals, ethical values count a lot. Now, few things that I really wanted to put over here. Okay, I have few minutes. Right. These are the points that I'm going to discuss. And again, as I said, it could look very basic, but if you are going to implement this thing, if you are going to include in yourself, if you are going to follow that, this will give you a very positive result, in the sense that in the longer run, not for the shorter run, but in the longer run, people do start realizing your positivity, your good points. All right. As it says, if you are a new entrant, you are someone who is a fresh graduate who has just come from the university, your high college, or high schools, anywhere, and you are now in a professional field, even as an employee or as an employer. What you need to do, the very first thing is knowing the rules. We, whenever we join any organization, and even if you are a new entrant in the organization, you might be someone who has a lot of years experience, you are having 10 years, 15 years experience, and you have switched to your organization, but even then in that organization you are a new entrant. So it is really important to know the rules. Go around, go to HR, go to the managers, go to your heads, and ask them that what is the overall culture of the organization. Every organization has their culture, every organization has certain values that they practice. So ask them why. Two things can happen. If you don't know those things, you might be bullied. There could be office politics. Office politics is a reality all over the world. Be you are male or you are a female, it happens everywhere in whichever organization you are. So if you want to save yourself from this thing, so it is really important to play by the rules, right? Then it says respect the set policies, rules, and practices. If you have something better, then suggest, but do not order. Sometimes it happens when you go in an organization, you are very enthusiastic, you want to bring a change in your life, in the world. So what do? You start telling the people that don't do this, or this used to happen in my previous organization, why do people are not following that? We start making comparisons. You are a new person, you don't know the culture, you don't know how the organization works. So that becomes really important, that yes, do share whatever you want to do, whatever you want to introduce for the improvement of the organization. But it should be suggestion. The managers, the heads, the people who have been there in the organization doing their best, they would never like that a new person is coming and ordering them what to do. Rather, suggest them, sit with them, talk with them. This comes in ethics. This comes in ethical values that we practice. You might be a person who has a very dominant personality, because of course personality matters a lot. So if you are the one who always likes to order, so hold on, you have different people as well who also have their opinions. So learn to talk, learn to discuss. Then, since we are talking about workplace ethics, and this is something very very important, and this could be something which you may not have studied in any book, but this is something that life teaches us. This is something when you are in your professional life, when you are in the practical field, you get to know, oh, this also happens. So yes, the point number 3 that says keeping yourself out of personal discussions. Remember, if you are a new entrant, you are gonna get trapped in it. Remember, you are new, not them. Let me know in the comments if it has happened to you. Now, what do I want to say? You see a group of colleagues sitting together having a discussion on anything, because unfortunately people have this habit of discussing people. They discuss their managers, they discuss their bosses, anyone who is up in the hierarchy. They discuss about their personal lives, they discuss about them. And if you are a new one, you are enjoying it, you think that yes, they are having a good discussion, you start giving your point of views. Never ever do that thing. Number 1, it is obviously unethical to discuss someone's personal life despite of any reason. Number 2, you don't know both the sides of the picture, so of course you should not be giving your input. And number 3, this is something against workplace ethics. Having personal discussions in a professional setting is a big no, unless you have very very friendly terms with some of the colleagues, which you of course will have with some of the colleagues, not with everyone. um, the next slide tells you that if you are the established ones, means you are the experienced ones, so what? Ethics remain ethics. Have you ever had a colleague, a senior one, who says, rules don't matter for me, I am the senior one, I can do what I want to do, I can say what I want to say? So my dear senior fellows, if you are listening to me, my dear senior colleagues, if you are listening to me, ethics are ethics. Because if you are the one who believes that I don't need to be punctual, I am the boss, I don't need to be on time, I am the boss, I don't need to follow certain instructions because I have spent this and this number of years in this organization and I can take the rules for granted, so I'm sorry. You are teaching, you are training your people, the new ones, on a very wrong ground. So check what you are doing. Okay, so very quickly, Rahul, can you please tell me how much time do we have? Do I have? Mr. Rahul, are you there? Hello. Okay, I am unable to hear anyone. Let me go back. Should I go back? Okay, can somebody please tell me how much time do I have? But on the mic, because I can't see the comments.
Hello, Samrin ma'am, can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, and 10 minutes, another 10 minutes.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
Now, being ethical, when we talk about workplace ethics, small things that you can do to earn your place. See, there is one thing that is called designation, which is being given to you professionally, which you might have earned. And there is one thing that is called your place in the organization, your place in the hearts and in the lives of the people of those organizations, and that matters a lot. It might be sounding very fascinating, it might be sounding something fantasy, but it matters. When people look up to you for guidelines, when people look up to you to follow, so how you can earn that place, it starts from very basic things, and I'm going to discuss those things. Number one, the greetings. When you are entering the organization and for the very first time in the day you are meeting your boss or you are meeting your janitorial staff, greet them. It is not written anywhere that you can only greet the boss, you can only greet the manager, but you will not greet the watchman standing on the gate. You will not greet the staff member who is bringing you your coffee or your tea. Greet them. Greetings earn you a lot. This is very, very important, and it shows that your ethical side. It really shows. If imagine that you are there in the organization and some colleague is there who has a habit of not to greet anyone. They just come and pass by. How does it look? How does it feel? It feels very bad. So greeting is a very small thing, no matter from where you are in the world, but this is something gonna earn you a lot. The same thing, saying thank you. Why did I write over here? Take yourself back to your primary school, pre-primary school. We were told three magic words. What are those three magic words? Please, sorry, thank you. And then we grow up, we have grown up and we have forgotten to say thank you. Now, saying thank you means to everything and everyone. Whoever is coming to you, serving you water, serving you tea, serving you coffee, somebody opening the door for you, somebody setting up the meeting room for you, and you are so caught up in your work that you forgot to appreciate the effort which has been done for you. So, saying thank you again, it might feel that this is something very basic, but if those people who do this, I'm sure most of you are doing this, they know its value. Now, obviously, punctuality and regularity is something which is given the due value throughout the world. And those new professionals, if you think that you are so busy, you are working, you are studying, you are managing your startup, you have got so much in your life and you can't be punctual, you can't reach your workplace on time, so dear, you have to, because this is something that is showing that how much value you give to that job. And if I have an employee who always comes late, so the very first thing or very first impression that I will have, that this person has no value for my organization. So why should I have such people in my organization, right? Number four, it says being presentable. It is your workplace, not a home place. Sometimes it happens that we have spent so many months or years in an organization that we start feeling having a home kind of a feeling, and then we stop working on our dressing. We become so casual. So this should not be happen. It is against the workplace ethics. If you want to be a true professional, so no matter you have been working in the same organization for the past 20 years, every day should be a new day in this sense. Okay. Okay, leaving point number 5 on new people. I want the answers in the comments. I will check the answer. What do you think? Read it and what do you think about it? Okay. When we talk about workplace ethics, of course, we are talking about that thing because this is something which is being observed. And the good team leaders, they learn a lot about their team members' personalities, the true personalities, not only with talking, but by observing them as well. Good team leaders are good members, good observers as well. So if you are the one who leaves the tables totally messed up because you are so busy, so this is not the excuse, because this is something talking about the real you. So if you are an organized person, you are the person who likes the things on their places, so your others, your heads, they are observing something about you. Wearing a smile, it speaks a lot. You are so busy, you are having such a hectic day, the boss is in a very bad mood, everything is going wrong, but it doesn't give me the excuse to be rude with anyone else. So if you are having a smile on your face, that is gonna give you a lot in the longer run. People will know you with your smile. Another thing I have observed in my professional setting, in my 10 years, there are some people who have a habit of turtle crawls. I don't know whether this word exists or not, but this is what I have seen. They walk really slow in their workplaces. It just seems like a crawling. So, my dear, if you are a professional and if you want to display that thing, if you want to show that thing, so you should have a brisk walk, an energetic walk that shows your energy, that shows your interest, that shows that you are alive. And then a very important thing is I'm gonna go to point number 10. Have a spark in you. Bring out the sleeping energy. We all have energy. The Almighty has sent a lot of energy packets in us, a lot of energy bundles in us, but sometimes what we do, we don't ignite that. Again, I will repeat, no matter you are in the same organization for so many years, but having a dull face, not having a smile, having a frowning forehead, does not give you the excuse that since you are a senior, so you can't do that. No. The ethics tell us, the morals tell us that you should be a pleasing person. By pleasing, I don't mean butter polishing, but people should feel good when they meet you. People should have positive vibes whenever they interact with you. And this is something comes in professionalism. Professionalism does not only include meeting your deadlines, doing your work on time, it includes so many other things as well. So here I am gonna do wind up this session, and very last thing that I would like to discuss over here, and I want you people to think about it, whether you have done it ever or not. When you are in a staff meeting as a listener, so please don't be a listening robot. I can understand staff meetings are very, very boring, and especially when they are for over a longer time period of time. But if you are there, you value your job, you value your organization, you want your organization to move forward, you have certain points in your mind, discuss those points in the staff meeting. Don't just think that there's a person standing giving the instructions, we will take the instructions and go. No, you have the same right to say the way the person who is having the meeting as well. So you don't need to be a listening robot, just listening, nodding the head, and leaving the room. Because as a team member, imagine yourself, you are standing, conducting a meeting, 20-30 people sitting in front of you, and nobody is saying anything, just nodding the head like robot. As a team member, your energy drains out, because we get energy from people. So if you are energetic, you are playing your active role in the staff meeting, this is something that is going to give the energy to your team leaders as well, to your managers and heads as well. So I will wind up my session over here. Thank you so very much for having me. Thank you so very much for watching, and keep watching. We have 2 more speakers as well. And I would really like to thank IGP for giving me your time. And now over to you, Mr. Rahul.
Well, thank you, Samrin ma'am. It was a wonderful, amazing session, which I think all the viewers have enjoyed. I have been watching the comments in the comment box. People are thrashing, people are doing so much of true, yes, positive thoughts on. I think this workplace ethics is really something which is very much concerned with the people who are not into the profession, or maybe into the profession, senior, junior, whoever it is. I think it gives a real add-on value. The ways, the techniques, the small, minute things which you have taken up today has enlightened me as well as other viewers also, that they will take care of all these minute points when they're into the profession. I know, I agree that there are some exceptions at workplace. Maybe what rules we set up or what rules we go through black and white as we were referring might not match with situations. But yes, I think whatever you have taken up is 80% very common we see in the workplace. So thank you, ma'am, for enlightening our knowledge. I think that was a very amazing session, and thank you all the viewers who have been watching Samreen ma'am's session so far. So once again, thank you, ma'am,
Thank you. Thank you.
for your valuable supports, your discussion, your time, your entire effort, and IGP is really acknowledging your presence today evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so friends, I think we have ended up with our first speaker, Samreen Naz, ma'am. And now, before moving to the next speaker, Mr. PVNS Sai Krishna, who is a well known life coach, he's an international public speaker, he's a psychologist by profession. So, we will move up to the second speaker, and I would please don't forget to share, please don't forget to comment, please don't forget to tag your friends so that more and more people come and enlighten and educate themselves and learn from these IGP sessions. We have more to give up to you. We have another speaker coming up after Mr. Sai Krishna. So before we start off with Mr. Sai Krishna, we would like to have a short video about him. Uh, Please watch it.
Hi, good morning. This is Sai Krishna, the psychologist, career builder, and motivational speaker. I have 7 years of experience in education field as a soft skills trainer, communication trainer, and public speaker. I would like to thank to Indian Professional, the group, has given the India's largest webinar to participate in this. So it's a worldwide webinar to get a chance to learn a lot of things. And today I'm going to share a topic that commitment towards work. Yes, you heard right. The commitment towards work. In our day-to-day life, we are doing the work. How much we are doing the commitment towards our work. So this is a topic I'm going to explaining by today evening. So I would like to request to everyone will join and attend this program webinar to get a lot of learning from your side. Thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Okay. Thank you for the video, and friends, please comment, please tag, and please share as much as you can with your friends, so that more and more can watch the program and enlighten their knowledge. Over to you, Mr. Sai Krishna. You can
Yeah,
please check up the stage now. Thank you so much. Please
yeah,
check up.
yeah. Thank you. Thanks for that. Good evening, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed the last session and today is going to take the session. So let me introduce myself within 1 minute. I'm Sai Krishna from India, Andhra Pradesh. As we know that today we are going to take the session about commitment towards work. Commitment towards work. I'm repeating again. So let's not to waste the time. We're going to for the session. I think you. I hope so. You are going to watch that scene that first slide commitment towards work by Sai Krishna, and yes, everyone will love their job, their boss, their company, their colleagues. But how many of you love your work? How many of you enjoy your work? Let me. Can you give me with your comments? I will repeat again. How many of you love yourself? How many of you love about your company or job, professional? How many of you loves your work? Yes. So commitment towards work in this situation due to pandemic and all that, we need to love our work. Once we love the work, automatically we can get everything automatically. Yes. So everyone will love their company, job, and everything. So in my point of view, that if you love your work, you can sustain, you can enlarge your skills, enlarge your potential in the next level. Yes, it's general slide. A good teacher needs to be like any professional that knowledge, alive, accurate, innovative, patient, and commitment. So that these are the things every person required as a profession, that knowledgeable, alive, accurate, innovative, patiency, and committed. Yes. So what is commitment? So we all are promised to the person, either friend, either relative, either parents, anyone. We all are commitment towards work. So what is mean by commitment? What we do in our company or anywhere, so workplace. So we should not be basis of race, color, creed, sex, national origin, marital status, political or religious beliefs, family, social and culture, or sexual orientation unfairly shall not unreasonable deny the students access to various points of view. So we shall not think about in their perspective. So we all are humans. We think as that human. It's not about color or region, rich or poor, or the family background or political background, what it may be that. We need the person should be in a human way point of view. So that once we required automatically, so the next person we can do the perfectly. So once we check how we treat ourselves, if we treat others also, we can sustain easily. So these are the few commitment rules and regulations when we work in workplace. See, you take an example in United States America or so many countries, that so in the companies they are doing that well planned. Yes, that will mean next. See example, corporate companies or Google, Facebook, whatever may be that. So they are all are equal. They want to see that race, color, or creed, or nation, or marital status, or political, whatever may be that. So they think as a our mind should be in the next level. So once we are in a mutual or innovative that, so our thought process should be is a normal way, common way, because we all are common thing. Yes, so this is the main slide. Person attributes. So when we in the workplace, we need to be sustain all these components. So example, we have given the 15 components that what we do successfully. So once you follow all these 15 automatically, we can achieve the success. Maybe you have knowledge, maybe you have good communication, maybe you have good thing. But apart from that, we need extra skills automatically that makes you in a next position. So let me have anyone in the comments that how many of you, once you reach to your workplace, either school, college, IT company, non-IT company, or anywhere, that how many of you greet, how many of you smile, how many of you say hi, how many of you wish a good morning? I repeat again, when you going from workplace in the early morning time, any company or office, whatever may be that, how many of you wish, how many of you say hi, how many of you say good morning, how many of you say hug, or whatever may be there in your local conditions that. Yes. Yes, a smile is the universal language that makes you other person so comfortable, so easy there. The day starts with happiness. Automatically, the day full of 24 hours, we feel very, very happy. So we can greet anyone, either smile, either say good morning or happy morning, either hi, whatever that. So once you wish the person in the next of our colleague or boss, anyone, that makes our workplace will be very positive thoughts, because apart from after 24 hours we are staying with our colleagues only, we are staying with our boss, we are staying with our company more than 12 hours, right? So that in that workplace we need to be create a positive environment. Once we create a positive environment, we'll get that good confidence skills, we can do work easily. So I'm repeating one, I'm going to read one by one so that we can discuss in shortly. So first thing, positive. As I said, what is positive? About good morning, hi, smile, anything. Next, communicative. So our communication is a two-way communication and dependable, personable, compassionate, and motivational and commitment, organized, flexible, individual, perspective, and value-based, knowledgeable, creative, patient, and the last not but not least, sense of humor. We need in our workplace sense of humor because we are not robots. We are not working 24 by 7. So we need sense of humor in our gang, our group of members, in our colleagues. So because of why we require sense of humor. Sense of humor that makes you more fun, happy, and make our work easily. I'm going to repeat again all the 15 points one by one again. Positive. So if you required, you can take it screenshot. So it will use for you that. So the first one, positive, communicative, dependable, personable, organized, committed, motivational, compassionate, flexible, individual, value-based, knowledgeable, creative, patient, and sense of humor. Now we are going to discuss one by one the positive. So think positively and enthusiastically about people and what they are capable of becoming. So in workplace, we like example attender or a watchman or anyone. So that we need gratitude. We need to show positive from watchman to boss because everybody is employee. Everyone is working towards the company or anything. So workplace. So when you say good morning to the watchman, how do you feel that? You feel very happy. So at the same time, how we say to boss, how we do say to colleague. So we need to be positive from watchman to and company boss because the workplace everybody is working because and their streams are different. Watchman will do the watchman duty and attender will do attender duty and employee will do employee duty. Manager will do manager role. Everybody they have their role, their type of commitment towards work. But we need to share our feelings like happiness, like positivity to everyone. Next one, communicate. Yes, as I said that once we enter into the workplace, we need to be communicate. Shares with others in a manner that encourages effective two-way communication. So we require two-way communication because, and we know that animals can speak towards, even plants can speak. So like that, as humans, when we enter in the workplace and even that, we require two-way communication. Example, hi, hi, hello, hello, good morning, good morning. If you don't want to communicate, just you can give smile. A smile is a thing, it's a universal language. A smile is a curve, right? Smile is a curve that makes your life straight line. So smile is a one of the non-verbal communication to the other person. So in the workplace, we require the communication between the two persons that makes you healthy relationship in our workplace. Next, dependable, honesty and authentic in working with others. So when we are working with others, we require honesty because that true trust of the person it's every time maybe on that situation we may be fail but once we lie automatically it takes too much of bragging so that once you honest that makes you a good gentleman a good person in that society. Personable, establish and maintains positive mutual working relationship. So when we are in the workplace, so we require to maintain mutual understanding that makes you that without worries. It makes you happiness of the both either male or female or whatever may be that the workplace that makes you very happiness to face. Organize it. Yes, it's required because can we clap without with one hand? No. It makes two hands makes you clap. Like that, when in the function, everybody will clap. It makes you sound. Anyone can like clap with one hand? No. So that two hands, every person hands makes you make louder. At the same time, makes efficient use of times and moves in planned and systematical direction. So when we conduct any function or anything that we require organizing. So every person is required. So every person is need to their work. That makes you the thing. Say example, when you're a sailor ship so when you're going for that every person we require to workplace in the shipyard so that it makes you to the smooth way so automatically that organizing skills in the team building it makes you powerful then we'll get the best output. Say example, take an example, cricket. Only Dhoni or Kohli should not play that. Every person, every cricketer we require to play. Then only any country to make the win. Either 1%, 2% playing well, you can't get the success. To make every person in the cricket team that makes you in the winning chances. So required organizing skills in every person then leads to successful program. Committed, it's one of the best one. Committed, that once we committed towards that anything that we had to stick on that. So demonstrate committed for the students and professions and it self-confident poised and personal in control of situation so that when we are in the self-confidently to committed towards any person that makes you the number one. Motivation, yes, we have everything. So because when you take about team manager, sales manager, manager will make you motivate when you are demotivating, when you're getting less results, when you're getting less profits or something. Some other person like team manager or TL, the person has motivate you very perfectly. Example, it enthusiastic with standards and expectation for the students and the self. So what happened? A teacher will motivate the students when the students get the less marks. When teachers motivates, automatically what happens? The next day they motivate themselves, either winning or losing. The next day itself they start learning. It makes you better results. So motivation in our life, personal motivational, professional motivational, and family motivational, and group of community motivation we require. That makes you perfectly compassionate. So caring, empathetic, and able to respond to people at their feeling level. See that, like understanding others' feeling, empathy, sympathy. We have that empathy, understanding yourself. So sympathy, understand like others' feeling very lightly. Empathy, understanding others' feeling in our point of view. So we need required be empathic to the other person. For example, if someone fell down, simply we laugh, but we not to be take at them. So when they are falling down with the exams or when you're not doing their job perfectly, we need to support them, because some other time we may get a chance to that, because when we are fall down we require one hand. So in this case we should be empathy, we should understand others feelings, we should understand in others point of view. If I am in that place, how I feel, so that everything's not good, right? At the same time we need to be empathic to the other person. Flexible, so willing to alter plans and directions in a manner which assists to people moving towards their goals. So we should be flexible, we should be future kind of person, we should be planned towards our workplace. Individual perspective, yes. You might be think that, sir, how can we do that as a group of members all not will be same person? Example, can you take five fingers are same, but it makes two group of thing, automatically we can do success. See, all the fingers are same size, not, no, there's no same size. So what will happen once we punch with the boxing, that automatically it makes success. Because of five people, everybody have their own perspective. So a short one, longer one, thick one, everybody have their own perspective. But once they five members are joined in a as a punch, automatically it makes the success. So that we require every person they have own perspective, but we need to collaborate everybody. Once we gather in the same place, that makes you perfect punch. Value based, focus upon the worth and dignity of human being. Yes, we require values also when we work, when we are workplace, that we require a lot of ethical values. As we learned the last session, it's all of ethics and values. So without values there's no use. If you're earning a lot of money without values, who can? Either family or your wife, your spouse, your husband, whomever maybe children, they won't take care. Without values, we can't sustain. Without nothing else, because we require values. In some matter, at least 80% we require the values. When in the workplace, when you're doing something that at some situations might be. But without values, the work or the money, the name, the credibility, it's nothing else. So we focus on at this when we're doing the value based of the work that makes you feel happy. We can sleep with the values that very freely. Knowledgeable, yes. Always ask, always seek knowledge, because education or anything, wherever you're there, it's like a drop of thing we are learning. Everything is we have to learn, we need to update. Even you can take example, mobiles are updating every day. Even mobile applications in Play Store, everything's updating day by day. Why should not be update ourselves? Ask, always seek for knowledge. We need to be grow, either learning books, watching movies, exploring the new things, newspaper articles, or anything that. So it makes you helpful in some other time. Maybe we are not doing that because now in the pandemic we don't know, a lot of people not have idea about health and hygienic. But if you learn that, if you're understanding the health and hygienic, that makes you in some other play time, some other place we can understand. So every person we require knowledge. So knowledge is only certain time. Yes, I learned, I studied, complete my studies. That's enough. Not, it's not like that. So we require the knowledge at most that makes you enhance your skills day by day to make you perfectly. So you can take an example, the world richest person, Bill Gates. He has the lot of libraries, books in the library. Every day, every minimum 3 to 4 books he's going to read. Even his busy time, even he has a busy time in the workplace, but still is reading the new books. Still, you can see that Facebook wall and some other place is suggesting a lot of books. Why? We don't have time to read, we don't have time to learn new things. But why? Because the Bill Gates is the richest person in the world, still a lot of money in the lot of everything is there. Why should he learn, why should he read to spend the time? Because of knowledge. Knowledge will makes you perfect. Money will come and go. See example, one quotation one of my father told that is that, if I give 1 rupee to you, if you give me 1 rupee to me, I have 1 rupee, you have 1 rupee. I'm repeating again. If you give 1 rupee to me, if I give 1 rupee to you, how much we have? 1 rupee. If I give one knowledge, one thought to you, if you give me one thought to me, how much we have? Two thoughts. I'm repeating again. If I give 1 rupee to you, if you give me 1 rupee to me, how much we have? 1 rupee. We are exchanging that one. But when we exchange our knowledge, I have my knowledge, I have learned from your knowledge also. So knowledge makes a powerful practice that makes you in the next level. Creative, yes, the very few people have the creative knowledge, like creative in the sense innovative of new ideas, vision, imagination, creativity, innovation. So it's out of the box. Very few people will come and workplace at 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Yes, that's it, I have done my work, I'll go off. But few people have some, do something, that vision, they have some creativity, they have some imagination, they have innovation. It may be a small thing or big thing. We need to encourage them, we need to encourage them. That makes that very easy for. So creativity makes that, because when we see Apple, iPhone, or Google, Microsoft, they are good in the creative persons. That makes our life will be very very easy. Yes. And patience. The patience is very, very, very required, as we are when we in the workplace or anything, that maybe it's a good or it's a fault or anything from our side. We require the two things, listening and patience. Then it might be they can realize in any wrong situation, in anything, that once you listen them and with your patience is that they can understand what they did mistake. So deliberate is coming to the conclusions. So nothing but that, the conclusion. So once you listen, once understanding others, and automatically the whom the person insult you or treat you as a very bad way, he can understand in some other time. If you shout or whatever be that, it won't be worked out. So we require the patience, we require the listening skills. That makes the powerful thing to get understanding the person. Because you can say that the Swami Vivekananda, he has a good listener, good patience that. So what happened if everything is happened the work, we should listen, we should be patient, see that automatically they can understand. Sense of humor, as I told in the starting, you can see the all the faces are very smiley, very happily, because when you say that clap the take the picture, you will smile. It's not only taking the picture, every time we need to be smile and happy. As I told starting the greeting, smile, a smile when you make happy, when you make laughing, that we have, I think, around two, like 250 neurons will activate at the same time. But when you sad, even one neurons will be less, very it not be active, not active. So when we smile, when we happy, 230 neurons will be active at the same time. So not only taking the pictures, not only posting Facebook and all that social media, we need to smile every time. When we wake up in front of mirror, you can smile, you can greet yourself, and automatically that makes your life and the day happily. Knows how to take that tension out of tight situations. So when we tensions, when we feel stress, when we feel unbiased, so that in that time we require the smile and happiness. That's why we can see a lot of countries have that laughing clubs in the parks every morning. They will laugh lot of time, lot of much. That makes you very very happy. So that's why we can take as the Japan, the China people are living like index level. Example, like Denmark is the highest happy index in the world. Denmark is the country, the first place in the happy living index, because in the Denmark people very very feel happy. They're very good in that. So like that, in every place we require the thing to be in that time, because we what me anger, will get the tension, will get that hypertension, all that. We can see that happy smile face that makes you laugh, happy, that makes you perfectly. That's we required in our group sense of humor of any person that makes you our workplace will be free and feel to that. So one thing I'm saying that whatever thing that we to love our work. Once we love, example, everybody thinks as our office like a Jurassic Park, but we think as our office like a children play area. If you love to play, if you ask any student, he likes instead of sitting in the classroom, he goes to play in the park. So we think as a our work home, our office is like a playground. So once you love your work, you feel very happy. You don't have stress because most of people have stress, depression because of that. They are instructing the brain. Yes, I'm doing a lot of work. I'm doing 9 to 9. I'm doing a lot of things. But if you love, if you enjoy the workplace, automatically you can do the success. So without pressure, without anything. So this is the that happened in Denmark and most of the countries. So wherever when you go for workplace, whatever may be that, love and enjoy that. How we play, how we enjoy watching movie, how we enjoy playing game. At the same time, think it as a workplace is a enjoyable. If you love and do that, you can do that 24 hours. You can do any time. So if you without loving, without underestimating a job and profile, you might feel as a yes, I can't do it. So what I'm saying that one thing, to love your job, love your work, you can grow yourself in a next level. Yes, this is a small psychological commitment, and you can see the level of commitment. You can see from starting the downwards, non-communicative. Sorry, non-committal. I will not do it. I will influence others. Yes, few people in the office that will think that I can't do it. I'm unable to do it. Yes, next one. Few people complain. People like, why should I do? What is the reason? If the boss says I should, I'll say tomorrow. If nobody says no, complaints after the next level. I have to do it. I can do it when I'm told to. Yes, I will do it, but it takes the time. So these three are that makes you negativity. So that it's like arrogant if you don't like, if you're depression if you don't like to do something. But if you're committed towards work, I will do it. I will lead others to do it. This is the thing as a leader, as a boss. See, example, I will do it. I will make them do it, others also. So this is that hierarchy of commitment towards the work. This is the level. It's a non-commitment towards work. Complaints people, and commitment people. It always makes you in a high position. So if you are committed toward the works, yes, I can do it. I can make it as a other person do it. So example, like an example, Dhoni or Sachin Kohli. Yes, I can do it. I can make others also do it. That makes leader. Example of in a family, a father, he will do it. He makes entire family do it in a commitment way. That makes you in a perfect. Yes, and coming to the last slide, what does commitment look like? This is you have the thought. Yes, what is commitment? You might be questioning that what is commitment means. This you can see the all the pictures. People, they are committed towards the work in a different countries and different nations, from the all the background, sports, culture, and all the like space and book writers, everyone. You can see that different nations, different people are towards commitment. That makes in the picture. So do you want your picture in the slide? Yes. If you work hard, if you do it, we can achieve. We can do it. Yes, because the people are committed towards that. That makes you perfect. Example, Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi ji, or a lot of people are committed towards the work. Abraham Lincoln, might be so many people know about Abraham Lincoln. He is the, I think, around 8 times he defeated in the US nation. After that, at the age of 70 years, 75 years, he won as a president. Right. See, he's committed towards want to become a president until unless to achieve that position, he fought until his age. Maybe one time or two time, third time, still he fight for every time. After that, he reached the success. So this is commitment picture looks like. Yes. Thank you. I hope understood everyone. My maybe a little bit fast. So the thing is make a commitment and you will move mountains. Yes. Yes, you heard right. Make a commitment and you will move mountains. Example, one hand cannot do anything. If a commitment, if you make them others also commitment, we can move the mountains easily. For example, if you're stuck in the car, something in the traffic, one person cannot move the car. two people, three people, 10% can move easily, right? That makes you commitment. Once you commitment, we can achieve everything. I hope you understood, and thanks for giving for that program, International Global Professions.
Thank
Yes,
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. It was an amazing discussion on
thank
commitment.
you,
Sai
sir.
Krishna, sir. I think all the viewers have really gained a lot of knowledge about. We know the word called commitment, but you have actually let us into go deep into it. That what commitment is all about. What are the
Yes, sir.
steps we need to follow? What are the type of commitments at workplace and how we can manage it our professional and personal life as well. So that gives us a beautiful insight into commitment is all about. I think the viewers have really have had a very good insight on these topics.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Thank you so much for enlightening us with your knowledge. Thank you for your valuable time, your supports, and your
Thank you.
knowledge. I would again like to thank IGP to give a platform
Yes, sir.
to come
Yes,
up.
exactly.
Yeah, to come up and showcase the knowledge to so many people watching across the globe, and they're congratulating, they're reparking, they're responding, which shows that the knowledge is getting spreaded. So thank you so much, sir. Thank you, Sai Krishna, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for you and the host from IGP also that. I hope you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Uh, it's time to, friends. I think all the people, senior, junior, all the people, all the viewers watching the IGP webinar today are enjoying the program. We have finished up with two of our speakers, and now we would like to move on to our next speaker. Before introducing her to you, I would again request all of you to like, to comment, to share, to tag your friend, and bring in more people, invite them to come and join the webinar so that they also gain their knowledge and they can spread it through their own channels. So our next speaker is Madam Neha Pant Tiwari, and I would like to give her a short introduction before we go on to move her video. She's a certified life coach. She's a certified LLP practitioner, and she's also a well-known international public speaker. So we would just like to play an introduction video of Neha ma'am, and then I'll take it over.
Hello everyone, my name is Neha Pant Tiwari. I am a NABOT and SQA accredited trainer by profession, a certified NLP practitioner, and a happiness coach by passion, and I'm a learner by choice. A self-claimed happiness hacker, I help people understand the art and science of happiness, and I help them create happiness at will. Why do I do that? I do that so that they can lead a life that is more engaged, more meaningful, and more productive. I'm an ex-corporate warrior with over a decade of experience in areas of consulting and banking. I am also an amateur astrologer, a home baker, a Reiki healer, a youth mentor, and the founder of Your Success Story, which is based out of Pune, India. I help people create a vision for their life, and once they do that, I help them create strategies to turn that vision into a reality. Of all the things that I do, and of all the things that I am, personal development and happiness coaching is what I love and enjoy the most. These are the things that make me go in my life.
Well, that was a short introduction of Neha ma'am, and we will have a live. She's already live. We can all see her, and we are just going to listen to her. She will enrich our knowledge, and all of you, once again, stay back with us. Stay back till the end because we have quiz coming for you. We have the question answer session coming for you. E-certificates coming for you. There's a lot to end up with. Over to Neha ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rahul. And thank you so much, Samreen, and thank you so much, Sai, for such amazing and enriching sessions. So good evening to one and all. My name is Neha Pant Tiwari, and I will be unraveling the mysteries of happiness today evening to you all. What does happiness have to do with workplace sustainability? We will see. Give me a moment to start sharing my screen with you. I hope everybody is able to see the screen.
Yeah, it is.
All right then. So good evening once again, one and all. My name is Neha Pantiwari. I'm a certified NLP practitioner and a happiness coach, and also the founder of Your Success Story, which is based out of Pune in India. I will be speaking to you today about happiness myths and realities, and keeping in line with today's tagline, which is workplace sustainability. I will be touching upon workplace happiness as well. All right. Now, here's a little more about me. I'm an ex corporate warrior turned into a youth mentor and happiness coach. Why did I do that? Well, I did that for sheer love of mentorship and positive psychology. Happiness is something which is extremely dear to me, very, very near to my heart. And I'm grateful to be on this platform today where I get to share about what matters the most to me, happiness definitely being one of them. So thank you so much, IGP, for this lovely, lovely platform. Let's begin today's session by asking ourselves some very simple yet critically important questions. How many of you are happy right now? At this moment in time, are you happy or are you not? That's question number one. Question number two, how many of you want to be happier? Presuming that you answered you're happy for the first question, would you rather be happy or would you like to be happier? Now, as you type in your answers, let me share an interesting fact with you. When these questions were put across 1 million people over 70 countries worldwide, the answers were universally the same. We are either looking for happiness or we are looking to elevate our state of happiness. All right. What does this mean? This means that happiness is a universal goal and a constant pursuit. Why is it that we are forever looking for happiness? Why is happiness such a constant chase? Well, the answer lies in understanding the nature of happiness. Happiness is elusive by nature. When I say elusive, what I mean is it is a fleeting reality. It keeps shifting with time. It doesn't remain static. And the finish line of happiness keeps moving always. And that is one reason why defining happiness becomes very, very difficult. If you ask me the definition of happiness, I will have to tell you there is no definition of happiness. You heard me right. There is no definition of happiness. While researchers and positive psychologists have come up with n number of definitions, and possibly the internet is flooded with them, but there is not one definition which is found to be all-conclusive and globally or universally accepted. So the other reason for that is, apart from being elusive, happiness is also very, very subjective. It differs from person to person. It differs from moment to moment. It differs from geography to geography. It differs from culture to culture. It is so subjective that you will be surprised when I share the research with you. A happiness a person feels 1 month after winning a lottery is exactly the same as the happiness a person feels 1 month after breaking their hip bone, when they're on their way to recovery. That is how subjective happiness is. So when it comes to defining happiness, the mantra is to each his own. We are all at a liberty to pick and choose our own definition of happiness and go by that. Here is my definition of happiness, which is given by Mahatma Gandhi. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. This is the definition which resonates the most with me. Now, why are we talking so much about happiness of late? Why has happiness turned itself into a buzzword of late? Pandemic could be one very valid reason. The fact that we are surrounded by doom and gloom, we are looking to gravitate towards happiness, we are looking to get past all of that. That could be one reason. But other than that, for the last 20 to 22 years, researchers have found that people who are happy tend to be healthier. They tend to live longer. Why is that? That is simply because people who are happy tend to have their immune systems better developed and tend to fall sick much less as compared to people who are unhappy in life. All right. Now, we all know that it is a well documented fact that emotions have a direct impact on our health. So, the more positive your emotions, the more resilient your health will be. All right. Happiness has also been seen as a direct correlation between happiness and longevity. Happier people also seem, on an average, to live longer. When it comes to social relationships, people who are happy seem to be better at social relationships. Their relationships, be it social, be it personal, be it professional, tend to be deeper, stronger, and far more sorted, far more stable as compared to people who are unhappy. What does this do? This gives you an added advantage when it comes to negotiations, when it comes to interactions, when it comes to collaborations. And we all know for a fact that in a business world, if you want to be successful, collaboration and negotiations are the key. And therefore, happy people are more successful because they're able to leverage their social relationships. All right. Happy people are more productive than unhappy people, which means they're able to get more done in less time. What does this mean for the organizations? This means that the profit margins increase when there are more people, more happy people in the workplaces. And that is the reason why organizations are spending a whole lot on happiness programs of late. Okay. Little doubt then that happy people make better citizens of the world. Happy people are more likely to donate their time and money to charitable causes and help others at work. They are an asset to the society and they're also an asset to the organizations that they work for. Okay. Now, while we have understood the concept of happiness and while we have understood the significance and importance of happiness, there are certain misconceptions or myths which are associated with happiness. What are they? One of the foremost myths is that happiness is everlasting and permanent. How many of you believe this statement to be true? That happiness is everlasting and permanent state of joy. How many of you attach the word permanent to happiness? I'm sure there are a lot of you who have this innate belief within them that there is something or someone out there who will come along with a fountain of happiness and the joys in your life will never go dry. Doesn't work like that. Why? Because happiness is not a permanent state of mind, it is a transient state of mind. All right. And therefore, nothing or no one in the world can bring you everlasting happiness or a permanent joy in life. Also, due to the fact that happiness is elusive by nature, it keeps shifting with time. And just like time, while you can attain happiness, you cannot contain it. Okay. While you can't contain it. Okay. It has been seen that the effects of happiness seem to fade away with time. Case in point, marriages and honeymoons. How many of us believed that marriage is the ultimate passport to true and lasting happiness? But we know better now, right? Therefore, what you need to remember here is that happiness is a transient state of mind. You need to work and rework at it to create it over a long period of time. Myth number two. In order to be happy, you need money. Now, this is a big one. I know so many people who relate money to happiness. How many of us tend to think that if there is a job which is well paying, we will be happy in that job? How many of us tend to think that money is a prerequisite for happiness? They think that it is it is the rich people who are happy people in the world. Now, for a lot of us, we tend to think that in order to be happy, you need money, luxuries, or materialistic pleasures. You need fame, like Facebook likes, Instagram followers, recognition. You need power, authority, or significance. You need possibly to look a certain way, using makeup or looking a certain way. That is what is going to make you happy in life, and that is going to keep you happy over a long term in life. Whereas in reality, these external circumstances account only to 10% of your happiness. You heard me right. Only 10% of your happiness depends upon external circumstances. So the way you look, the way you dress up, the amount of money you make beyond a certain level, your education, your workplace designation, or the city you love, all these external circumstances account only for 1/10 of your long term happiness. Which brings us to one of the most important myths today. Happiness is genetic or hereditary. How many of us believe that happiness runs in the family? Or for that matter, unhappiness runs in the family? A whole lot of us, right? You are right, but only partially right. Why am I saying that? I'm saying that because only 50% of your happiness depends upon your genes, which is something that cannot be controlled. But rest of the happiness, which is the next 50% of your happiness, is completely controllable. It depends upon your internal state of mind and your external circumstances, out of which only 10% of your happiness depends upon the external circumstances. 40% of your happiness, which is a sizable chunk of happiness, can be manipulated and worked around and make your life less miserable or more happy, as the case may be. So, even if you're not born happy, you still have a chance at happiness. Isn't that amazing? Tell me in the comments, how do you feel about it? Now, how does all of this boil down to workplace happiness? So, happiness at work depends upon three primary factors. One is engagement. How engaged are you at work? Are you able to sense a state of flow or not? Social connections, your workplace interactions. Do you feel supported or not? Helping others flourish. What is the kind of impact that you're able to create at the workplace and beyond because of your work? If you're able to work around these three factors, you will be able to elevate your happiness quotient at work. All right. Now, let's also look at a few happiness habits. What are happiness habits? These are certain habits and rituals, or perhaps behaviors and actions which put your mind in an easy, calm, and happy state when practiced consistently or regularly. What are they? First is physical exercise. By physical exercise, I primarily mean moving your body. If you're able to move your body for 20 minutes on a regular basis, you will experience a surge of a neurotransmitter which is called as endorphin. What does endorphin do? It is a mood elevator. It'll put you in a better mood and it'll make you more energetic and more motivated to take on new tasks. Gratitude. Simple meaning of gratitude is what? It is, simply put, being thankful. If you're able to recollect or recount three things that you're grateful for over a period of 3 weeks every day, you will be able to rewire your brain from pessimism to optimism. This is what the researchers have proved. Even if you cannot put in three points, even if you're only able to put in 1 point, that'll work just as well. And that 1 point also doesn't have to be very massive or very significant. It can be something as simple as your eyes to see. You can be thankful for a roof on your head. You can be thankful for the clothes that you wear, for the platter, food on your platter, or perhaps, having a heart that beats or the air to breathe. It can be something as simple as that. If you try it, you will see a definite shift in your mindset. One of the most powerful happiness tools is meditation. A lot has been said about meditation. We all know that it has significant benefits. I mean, the benefits of meditations have been well documented, be it a psychological journal or be it a medical journal. If you're able to practice meditation for 20 minutes on a regular basis, you will be able to alter your brain structure. The amygdala and the hippocampus in your brain will shrink. What will that do? That will make you less reactive. That will make you calmer. And when you're more calm and less reactive, you are more accessible to happiness. Okay? That is how meditation helps. Now, one of the main challenges which people think they find when they're doing meditation is they're not able to sit and meditate for 20 minutes at a stretch. Don't do that. Start with a minute. Carry it on to 1.5 minutes, then perhaps to 2 minutes, and gradually and steadily move it to a 20-minute stack. Try it, at least take the first steps, and perhaps one day you will be able to meditate for 20 minutes at a stretch. Okay? So, first step is to try meditation and being optimistic that it will help you in life. Next is altruism. Now, altruism is what? Altruism, simply put, is kindness. If you're able to do random acts of kindness on a daily basis, you will be happy instantly. The simplest mantra to happiness is You want to be happy? Give happiness. As simple as that. The happiness that you give comes back to you in two folds. Now, how do you inculcate these happiness habits on a daily basis? These are some practical tips for that. One is, of course, given. We spoke about that. Next is, of course, when you try to bring smile to somebody else, do not expect anything in return. Because if you start expecting things in return, it will not remain as an altruistic act. Relating and connecting with people. If pandemic has taught us one thing, it is this: human relationships and human health. These are two factors you need to pay maximum attention to. Because when you fall sick, God forbid tomorrow, it is not your gadgets and it is not your luxuries that will cure you. It is the people around you who will help you heal and be happy again. So invest in human relationships. Notice the world around you. Simply put, take time to smell the roses. Slow your pace and enjoy your present. Keep learning new things. I think a lot of it has been spoken in the past presentations. Progress equals happiness. Have a goal to look forward to. Very, very important. See, like everything in life, happiness also requires energy. When your energies are scattered, you will be miserable. When you're able to align your energies into a direction or a goal, it'll be much easier for you to become happy. Okay? So have a goal. Resilience, find ways to bounce back. Now, in this pandemic, there is a lot of chance that people tend to feel mentally isolated and physically sick. Do not keep it all inside you. Vent it out, speak it to people around you, and get back to your resilience. Okay? Emotions, take a positive approach. To smile and say something positive every time you walk into a room. Why just a room? Walk anywhere, feel positive, and do a self talk happening around you. Acceptance. Be comfortable with who you are. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Do unto you what you want others to do unto you. Do not bank on others for happiness. Create it within your own self. Meaning, be a part of something bigger. Now, people who tend to have longer lifespans definitely have definitely give support to a good cause and become a part of something much bigger than themselves. Okay, they always have something to look forward to and be aligned with. All right, now as we draw close to today's presentation, there is a small Zen story which I want to share with you. Few of you would have already heard this story or read the story, but nonetheless, it's a great story to narrate. And this is where it goes. This is how it goes. Once upon a time, there was a young man who was looking for happiness. He wanted to learn about the secrets of happiness from the wisest of the wise. Now, the wisest of the wise lived right on top of a mountain. So he decided to climb the mountain to meet the wisest of the wise. Now, as he was climbing the mountain, he had a picture of this person in his head. He thought to himself that this wise old man would be a hermit like creature who would be living in a hutment all by himself, eating simple food, wearing simple clothes. But much to his surprise, as he climbed the mountain, there was a castle that was erected there, a palatial castle. And the wise old man was surrounded by beautiful women and noble men. There were billion-dollar deals which were being cracked left, right, and center. There was wine and cheese that was flowing all across the room. The young man was mighty impressed. He told the old wise old man that this is why I'm here and this is how I want you to help me. To which the old man replied, Son, you will be rendered what you're here for, but this is my time for siesta. Meet me after 2 hours and then we'll take it forward. In the meanwhile, what you can do is look around my castle, see what you like the most, and tell me why you like it. I only have one request. Here is a spoon and here are 2 drops of oil in it. Whatever you do, whatever you see, wherever you go, don't let this spoon of oil in the spoon spill. To which the young man agreed. He started his castle tour, but he was so consumed about these oil in the spoon that he could barely pay attention to any of the wonders of the world which were there in the castle. When he came back after a couple of hours, and when the old man asked him, Son, what did you like the most? The young man answered, Sorry, sir, I was very concerned about the task entrusted to me. I couldn't pay attention to anything. The old man said, The young man, Son, I do really want you to go and take a look at the castle once again. Take a second shot at the castle tour, go around, tell me what you like the most, and we will take it forward from there. Only thing is, keep the spoon and the oil intact. The young man started his journey once again, but this time he was a little relaxed and a lot more encouraged. He started his castle tour. He looked around here, he looked around there. He saw the Persian carpets, he saw the Ming vases, he saw the silk rugs, and he was mighty impressed. After a couple of hours, when he came back, he was enthralled. He told the old man that, "Sir, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to see your castles. I want to know, where did you get this from? Where did you procure this from, that from?" The old man looked at him patiently and told him, "Son, I will answer all your questions, but first off, tell me something. Why is your spoon empty?" The young man replied, "I must have spilled the oil when I was engrossed looking at the painting that you have." And to which the old man said, "There you are, son. This is the answer to your quest. The secret of happiness is to see all the marvels of the world and never forget the drops of oil in your spoon. As long as you can enjoy the pleasures of the world without forgetting your core duties or dharma, you will be living a happy life. Happy life is living a mindful life." And with that, I end the session today and I'm ready for questions if you have any. Thank you so much.
Okay, that was again a wonderful session, ma'am. Wonderful session. I think uh, all the speakers throughout the evening had shown us different lights into different categories. You had shared a story of happiness, which had given a very clear idea on segregating what happiness is all about when we concentrate on things, small things in our life, compare them with bigger things, things which we have got, things which we don't have, and we keep on fighting with this. We struggle on continuously throughout the life. So probably today, this two drops of oil in the spoon and finding out the happiness inside that castle had given an insight to all the viewers. I think there are a lot of comments coming in. A lot of people are reacting to the whole story. Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us and giving your wholehearted time for the end. Now it is the time for quiz. So all the viewers, I would request you to join the quiz. It is a time for quiz competition. It's a competition, and we want your active participation into this. So let's start off with the quiz. Yeah, we'll start off. At lido.com hashtag 11111 with a barcode. And after the quiz, we will have the question and answer sessions. You can ask questions. Then once we have that, okay. Eugene Gabriel. So you see the screen now. Yeah. Okay, we can see the names coming up. Shortly, we'll come up with a quiz. Please stay with us. There are a lot of many things waiting for you. Other quiz, you have the question answer round, and then we'll issue the e-certificates link. www.slido.com code 11111 through the barcode. We log on to www.slido.com with the code. In 3 minutes, we'll start the quiz competition. We'll start the quiz competition in next 3 minutes of time. So just stay with us. Have your patience, viewers. Yeah. Okay. Yes. www.slido.com. That's it. Yeah. Please. Continue sharing. Continue tagging your friends. Uh, you can refer IGP to them so that they can come and join, and they can attend the webinars which we'll be keeping on doing. There's an upcoming where you can bring in your more of your friends to come and join, and they can enjoy, they can learn, they can enlighten their knowledge. Being that we have learned everything in our life, there is a lot of things to learn. Every time we have a new speaker in the platform, we would learn something new. Just like today, we have learned from 3 or 4 eminent speakers: Samreen ma'am, then Mr. Our ma'am, Neha Pant ma'am. So they've enlightened us with the knowledge. So now, fine. Here starts. Like always report hazards in the workplace. True or false? Okay. 90% says true and false. And Christina ranks in one. The next question. PPE always necessary in the workplace. Is it true or false? It's true or false? Start voting your answers. Will she, in the shortest time, who gives the right answer? And again, 82 and false is the right answer. So PPE is always necessary in the workplace? No. Then we have the third one. What is appropriate workplace behavior? Being respectful, doing obnoxious. What is it? Well, full doing your work and being honest, and this is the right answer. And let us see. Leaderboard says Meg, Nina, Regine. Okay, we have the fourth question on screen. Teamwork is important in the workplace because it helps everyone feel respected and supported, or who cares? Yes, we are waiting for the answer, and yes, 100% of the viewers says, and this is the correct answer. It helps everyone feel respected and supported. And the leaderboard has Nina, Meg, Regine, Christine on the names. The next question. Confidence is important in the workplace. Is it true or false? Confidence is important in the workplace. Is it true or false? coming up with the answers. The viewers are trying to grab the answers as fast as possible. They're trying to give up the answers. And yes, we'll have it on screen right now. And 99% says it's true. It's true. And let us see in the leaderboard whose names are there. True is the right answer. We have again Nina, Meg. We have, sorry, Regine, Nina, Meg, Christine, and one more. I cannot see. The cursor is there. Okay, now we have the sixth question. Self-motivation is not important in the workplace. Self-motivation is not important in the workplace. True or false? What do you think? Okay. 10% says true and 90% says false. And let us wait for the right answer now. Yes, false is the right person. So self-motivation is not important in the workplace. So false statement. Again, the leaderboard displays the names of Regine, Nina, May, Christine. 0.32 seconds. They have answered. We have the seventh question on board. Having a roster does benefit your workplace. Having a roster does benefit your workplace. True, false. So what is your answer? Okay, the answers are coming very fast. We'll see on the screen right now. True says 67% and 33% votes for the false. And let us see what is the answer. Okay, true is the right answer. So that means a roster does benefit your workplace. And on the leaderboard, we have Nina once again, followed by Christine, Simi, Roland. We have the eighth question. You should know your abilities in the workplace. You should know your abilities in the workplace. True or false? And I'm very excited to see what the answers are coming in. Okay. People are voting very fast. And the answer is, the vote goes for 100% true, which is no doubt the right answer. You should know your abilities in the workplace. And let's go to the leaderboard, which says again Nina in 0.42 seconds, and Christian, Simi, Roland are there. Then we have the ninth question. Workplace discrimination is legal. Workplace discrimination is legal. Is it true? Is it false? Is the workplace discrimination legal? True or false? Well, we are now going to have the answers on this. And let us see. The vote goes for 93% false and 7% goes for true. And let us see what is the right answer. And false is the right answer. So workplace discrimination is legal is a false statement. And on the leaderboard, we have the same number names out here. And the last question. Diversity is the workplace can be differences in age, race, culture, religion, disability, sexuality, gender, personality, education, or all of the above. So diversity in the workplace can be differences in what? And we are waiting for the votes to come in. Okay, this 4% for age, race, culture, 1% for religion, gender says 1%, and rest of it says 94%. And let us see all of this is the right answer or not. And yes, it is the right answer. So we have finished 10 questions and let us see the leaderboard. Congratulations, Nina. Nina, congratulations. You have done 10 out of 10 in 0.54 seconds. So first, second, and third. Nina, Simi, and Christian Bernande. Congratulations to three of you. Welcome Welcome from IGP. So we complete the quiz round, and we will issue the quiz competition certificates within time. All three of you, Nina, Simi, and Christian, can expect the quiz competition certificates in few moments of time. You are requested to contact our page inbox with your full name immediately so that we can issue the quiz competition certificate. Please contact the page inbox with your full name immediately so that we can issue the quiz competition certificates within time. A repetition to Nina, Simi, and Christian Burnett for winning the quiz competition position of first, second, and third. You are requested to contact the page inbox with your name, full name immediately so that the quiz competition certificate can be issued to you within time. Yeah, thank you so much for joining the quiz. Yeah, but next time. That's true. Like next time. Never, you should not never fail. On trying. And now we will have the Q&A sessions. We have the speakers with us at the back end. I'll just wait for the questions to come to these speakers out here, and they would definitely give you an answer. Okay, so I'm just waiting for the question to come up. Thank you so much, viewers, for being with us. Stay with us. You still have the e-certificates to come up with. Yeah, we are waiting for the question to stream up. We have all the speakers. Thank you, Samreen ma'am. Thank you, Neha ma'am, and thank you, Sai sir, for giving valuable insights. And all the viewers have got a lot of this today. Yeah.
I can see one question here. How can we spread happiness to unhappy people, right? Yeah. So
we're just waiting for the questions to come in.
I can see one question. Should I answer it?
Yes. So how? Yeah. The question is, you can. The question has just gone up. I'll just catch it up.
No problems. How can we spread happiness to unhappy people? You can spread happiness to unhappy people by random acts of kindness. Simply do nice to them. Simply do something nice to them without expecting anything else in return. If I understand your question correctly, what you're asking me is that somebody is depressed, somebody is anxious, somebody is possibly unhappy, and you want to make them happy. If I understand that correctly, by simply spending time with them, by simply doing some act of kindness and not expecting anything in return from them, that could be something which you can do. Second thing which you can do is read something which is called as love language. Find out what is the love language of that particular person. What is it that they value when it comes to happiness in relationships, and be in accordance with that. I hope that answers your question.
Mariel, I hope that answers your question. Okay. We have one more question from we maintain our. Who would like to take up the question? How can we maintain a harmonious workplace? Sai sir, would you like to take up this question? Am I audible? Okay, I think Sai sir, can you hear me? Okay, I think there's an issue. How can we maintain a harmonious workplace?
So I think Sai has just gone off the camera. Let me answer it for the lady.
Yeah.
Glyza, I think that's Glyza. All right. So Glyza, it depends upon what capacity you're asking. If you're asking in the capacity of a leader or a team leader, then you need to put your team skills in place. You need to have a ringleader who displays the leadership qualities and displays the work culture absolutely and visibly perfectly well. If you are asking in capacity of an employee who is a new joiner or who is somebody who is not a leader, then you can promote harmony by, by following the rules and regulations. I hope I'm correct. Samreen, would you like to add something to it?
Yes, I would like to add something, a different perspective. If Glacier by harmonious place, you mean that everything is said, everything is happy, everybody is agreeing with everyone, with the leader, with each other. So this cannot happen. In a workplace, when people are coming from different experiences, having different mindsets, different opinions, so difference of opinion, difference of way of doing the work will be there. We need to create a platform, or need to create an environment where differences are appreciated and accepted. So this is, I just wanted to add, if by harmonious you means everyone is doing everything and everybody is happy, it cannot be done.
I think that answers very rightly. I think Glyza, your answer is satisfactory. You have understood from both of us speaker who have tried to make you explain, and I would request the participants to ask the questions. And if you want to listen it from any specific speaker, then please tell his or her name so that they can address it more perfectly. Okay, we'll wait for the next question to come up.
Okay, I can see the question from Eugene. Eugene, if you can elaborate, what do you mean by this? Is it right for a subordinate to check administrators who are very particular? I am actually unable to decipher your question, so I am not commenting. If you can please rephrase it and send it again, so I would love to answer. I don't want to give any incorrect opinion.
Check administrators who are very particular about their position.
How to develop strong relationships on colleagues with difficult attitude.
Okay. Anna has a question, how to develop strong relationship on the colleagues with difficult attitudes. She hasn't specified any speaker, so anyone would love to
I would
volunteer the
like to
question?
say something.
Yeah,
You
please,
can
ma'am.
develop
Please.
you can develop strong relationships by accepting that people are not difficult, they are different. If you can just make this a mantra, one of the philosophy of your work life, it will be very easy. People think differently, they behave differently, they accept the same thing differently. So this is what we need to understand as a team leader, as a team member, both.
Okay. Okay, we have one more question from Oliver Dimalik, and it says like how to handle the mental health issues brought by this present pandemic.
I'll be taking this
Okay,
answer
ma'am, you want?
question.
Yeah, please,
Yes.
please.
So, Oliver, try and answer these 5 questions every day before you go off to sleep. Okay. What did I do today to uplift my spirits? What did I do today to uplift spirits of others? What is the new thing that I learned today? What is my value add for the day? What am I grateful for? Right? What is the one thing that I did to enrich myself mentally and physically? If you answer these 3 questions and commit to the task, which is encapsulated in these 5 questions, you will be able to handle your mental abilities, mental health much better, and also will be able to handle the mental health of people around you. I truly hope I've answered your question.
Yeah, Oliver, I guess you have got the right answer. We'll come up with the next question from Mia Rose, who says, how to be happy in a toxic working environment? How
Beautiful
to be happy
question,
in a
Mia. I
toxic
think
working environment? Yeah.
absolutely. So, Mia, thank you so much for that question, because I think this is a challenge with almost 70% of the workforce. How do you become happy in a toxic working condition? A, leave it. If you cannot leave it, create an alternate environment. Not everything in life is as simply as leaving it, right? So what you do is create an alternate environment within your friend circle by developing a support system. Invest in people who invest in you, right? Develop hobbies outside of work. Spend more time in those hobbies and more time with those people, so that for whatever reason that you're not able to leave the toxic work environment, at least you're able to find some calm and some respite in these alternate environments. Okay, so this is how you can do that. How to be happy? There is no way you can be happy, but you can lessen the misery by creating alternate environments. And also try and pick and choose the task in which you feel more and more engaged at workplace, not just any and every task. Stand up for yourself, find out what your true values are, try and build your work life around your true values and your key strengths. That should help you.
I would second Ma'am Neha over here. Toxic environment, and each and every word she has said, I have been through it. And the way she said that create your environment. Yes, even if it is not possible, you're not having a one single colleague and leaving is not the option. You can create the environment here, and it works. It will take time. It would be difficult. It would be bitter, but you can do this.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I think before we go to the next question, I have a small announcement to make with that to all the viewers, that please leave your reviews, your comments in the
How
inbox,
to
so that
encourage
how you have
teamwork
liked
in
the
this
program
pandemic
today.
time, to speaker
Our
number
webinars
3.
are helping you. Our webinars are really helping, really, whether they're really helping you in a little bit way also. And please recommend to your this page to the community. You spread it to the information with all of your friends and all of your relatives, all of your colleagues possible. Please do that. Okay, we have one more question from Channeler, that how would you encourage the teamwork in this pandemic time? For speaker number 3. And who is speaker number
Hi
3
again.
out here?
I think
Yeah,
I'm
you
the
are.
speaker number 3. I'm assuming he's
Yeah, yeah,
referring to me.
yeah.
So
Correct.
again, thank you so much for the question. That's again a very relevant question in the pandemic era. So in order to encourage teamwork in this pandemic time, what you can do is set the rules straight, right? A, set the rules straight. B, use the tools of emotional intelligence. Okay, become more and more empathetic to your teammates. Things are very uncertain around us. Try and be at ease when it comes to deadlines, right? Try and be more and more self aware of not just yourself, but also of the team. Try and inculcate self leadership qualities in your team so that you don't have to supervise them very often. All right. Remote working abilities, try and develop them as much as you can. So these are 3 areas in which you can work and possibly encourage teamwork. So A, empathy; B, awareness; 3, develop their leadership qualities. And if at all they need help with any of them, having timely reviews help like anything else. Try and do a one-to-one with all your team members and find out where are they, why are they there, and do they require any kind of a help? Do that on a one-to-one and see how it goes. Thank you.
Well, I think that was a perfect answer to
It
encourage
is that
teamwork in this
said that
pandemic
follow
time.
first before you complain. How do you again insist your point on if your position is so bossy, not I think to me?
Okay, we are coming up with the next question now. You all the viewers celebrate with your success. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the page. So keep watching the space. The link will be shared to you soon. Okay, we have one question from Ria. As it is said that follow first before complain. How you against and insist your point if on the Sai sir, would you like to take up this question?
Yeah. Hello.
He's
Am
having
I am I, am I audible? Some network issue in my side.
It is said that your point if on the position is so bossy.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah, sir. You can.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. We can hear you.
Yes, sir. There. Thank
We
you.
can
I
hear
get
you,
back to
sir.
you that. Yes, is said that follow first before complain. How you again is insist your point on the position if so boss. Yes, in sometimes when the boss insists to in the complaint about that, we should be go for indirectly because boss will be boss, they will show the egoist bossism that when we do in the workplace, we instead of complaining that we can create a motivational, then we can do the work as per work condition. That makes our work will be very easy way and smooth way. We go two ways. One is positive, one is negative way. So direct, indirect way. So when we go for indirect way in some situations, that makes positive vibrations. That's it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you. I think that answers Ria's question. And we have for Samreen ma'am, we have a question from JMJCI. What else can we do to inculcate an established sense of work ethics among the employees? Should the supervisors or seniors remind the employees on a monthly, quarterly basis?
A very good question from JM. Yes. As humans, it is our nature that we need reminders. Be it anything, we do need reminders. So, yes, I believe, and even as a part of the management, senior management, we do this thing in our organization, no matter how small the thing is, how minor the thing looks, we always have reminder meetings, refresher courses. We know even the master chefs all around the world, they have refresher courses. Why? Are they forgetting their recipes or what? But they haven't. So it is a human nature that yes, management should have meetings or casual get-togethers, but there should be something, any platform, any medium through which ethics or values or culture should be reminded with the employees. Yes.
I think that answers James' question. If we have anything else coming up, we'll just wait for it. So once again, requesting all the viewers out here to comment, tag, and share with your friend. And we'll have an upcoming webinar on 29th. We'll share it on the IGP page. Any more questions from the viewers? Okay, I think no. Okay, so I don't find any questions coming up. With that, I think okay. We will go with the certification link right now. So thank you all the speakers to be out here for spending this marvelous time, their valuable time, and giving so much of insight of knowledge to us. Thank you to Neha ma'am, thank you Sabreen ma'am, and thank you Sai sir. This is Rahul hosting, and thank you so much from IGP. So for all the people who are who have been watching this program and waiting till the end, uh, the program name was Workplace Sustainability, and you can see the certification link given out there, and you can always check into the inbox. The instructions or certificate codes are not required. They are now available in the comment box and pinned comment. So all of you, once you get the certificate download, please do check in. Please don't forget to check in, because that is very important for us, because we need to grow, we need to develop. IGP needs to learn a lot, do a lot to all of the people globally. So please don't forget to check in after you receive your certificates. If you're not able to click the link, then you can please browse www.eduigp.com for the certificate. If you're a new person, you have to create your account. Once you create your account, you have to log in there. Then find the seminar title, which says Workplace Sustainability, and you get enrolled. Once you're enrolled, you click with your certificate button, and automatically it will be downloaded into your device. It's an auto download. Check your file manager. If nothing is there, so please update your browser. or try with another browser. If you are facing a problem with a laptop, the best one. Please try to download certificates from a laptop or a desktop. It goes well. I have done it personally. Please don't do it with a mobile. So use a laptop or a desktop to download the certificates. And please check in the IGP page while you are celebrating. While you are celebrating the certificate, please do check in the IGP page. Please don't forget to check in the IGP page. So that is all for today, and I think you have gained a lot of knowledge, enjoyed the whole session with the speakers out here. This is the certification of the this is Edu IGP page, which we can see on the screen. The certification says browse www.edu-igp. The program name is Workplace Sustainability, and the category comes under the International Webinar. It's of 2 hours, and we can see that 839 people have enrolled for the program. And you can see on the right hand side, we can see the certificate code is given on this page. Certificate code is not required, of course. Just link put on the click on download certificate, and this is the certificate which you will be receiving from IGP. It's a beautiful certificate with logos on it and having all the signatures. So this is the certificate of participation, uh, which will show your name, which will show the particular topic which you have attended, and this is the membership certificate for the professional members. This goes the